Hello all, welcome to Mindocular YouTube channel episode 11. I'm Mahalakshmi Sampson. I'm a transformational life coach and a counseling psychologist. I help my clients to heal their past, work with their present, and create the future they desire. Last week, I happened to speak to one of my friends called Madhvi. She said that, Maha, your videos are good. They are very informative. As well, it is giving new perspective for us to think. I also have a request to you, is what she said when I asked her what is it about. She said that I should make a video where I give clarity on who is a life coach and what is the difference between counseling and life coaching as well. She also wanted me to cover that if someone chooses to take life coaching, what is the transformation that they can expect in their life. So this episode is going to focus in providing the answers to these three questions, and obviously I dedicate this episode to my friend Mark. So the first question, who is a life coach? Life coach is someone who helps you to get more out of your life than what you can do on your own. And this is in terms of your physical level, emotional level, and mental level. A life coach facilitates you in enhancing the possibilities and probabilities of bringing your dream into reality. The second question, what is the difference between counseling and life coaching? In counseling, a counselor helps the individuals to understand the why of their problems, guide them, and assist them to move forward with the tools that are available. Providing them trainings, tips, and techniques as guidance and help them to achieve what they want. This is specifically done from the role of a mentor or a facilitator. And life coaching helps an individual to work with themselves at an inner level, at a belief level, so that when they transform at an inner level, their external environment also changes together. There is something very important to note here. You know what? There is no need to have a personal challenge or a psychological issue to go for life coaching. All that you need is a wonderful dream, high on virtue, and the motivation to achieve it. Where your life coach can help you reach your dream, saving a lot of time and effort. When I say time, sometimes it is about many years that you save. The third question, if you look at it, what is the transformation an individual can expect when he chooses life coaching? Transformative life coaching can be viewed at three levels. The level one, if you look at it, it is a change in a specific situation. Individuals reach out to life coaches to change the situation that they struggle with. And if you look at it, such situations could be some person who seems to be problematic for them, possibly in workplace. They want to build skills like negotiation skills or presentation skills, and they want to succeed by learning that in their life. It could be about doing a job interview well. It could be about doing their exam well. Again, when an individual reaches out to a life coach for a change in a specific situation, it is more like a project, which means once results have been reached, then the project is done, right? And so the individuals go back to the way they live their life and they move on. The level 2 of life coaching, if you look at it, it is about change in a specific area of life, right? Here, the individuals would not look at handling one specific situation, but it is about handling a sum of many situations in a particular zone of their life. It could be about parenting. It could be about relationship. It could be about doing presentations at an official front. It could be anything, right? So when individuals reach out a life coach for this, the life coach will help them to build these skills as well as build the confidence in them so that they can handle the situation that appears very challenging to them. And level 3, if you look at it, it is transformation. And this transformation is the ultimate of transformational life coaching, because it is just not about building a skill. It is just not about handling an emotion, but it is about uncovering, it is about realizing the highest potential an individual can have as well transform into it. So that individual goes on achieving things in their life which they have not even dreamt of. So to quote an example, there is someone who reached out to me who was a manager in a mid-sized organization. Let us call him Shaker. So the challenges that he had was, the first thing is the 10 o'clock call that he had to have with his boss. And the next call with his team, right? So the first call is about receiving instructions and the second call is about delegating the instructions, right? So he had difficulty in both the calls, where in the first call he was not able to say that what is possible and what is the time frame and what they can expect from him. And in the second call, that he was not able to delegate with timeline to his team. So every day in the morning when he has to take the first call, he was becoming really paranoid about it, because the task that had been not completed was piling up really beyond what he can handle, right? So he started having sleepless nights. He started having sweat syndrome often, and there was a lot of anxiety that was building in him. So when he reached out to me, he said that he wanted to handle these challenges better, right? So if I were to work at level 1 of transformational coaching for Shaker, then I would work with the way of thinking. So I can probably give a role play. I can give him tips and techniques to handle the situation so that he can come out of it. Now let us say that I want more for Shaker, and so I choose to work at level 2 with Shaker, which means I'll be working with him to help him become a better manager. So I would teach him mirror and matching exercises. I would teach him rapport skills specifically. I would teach him effective use of body language, as well as I will teach him to maintain his emotional state throughout in handling the difficult situation. By doing this, he will not only become able to handle the difficult conversations that he has with his boss as well as with his teammates in the morning, but he also would be able to handle difficult situations at different levels of his life, different aspects of his life, which would help him to bring people near him where they will feel very safe to be around him as well. So by doing so, possibly in the long run, right, he would also become the best employee or the best manager for the organization, right? The next one, if you look at it, if I look at working with Shaker at level 3, the transformational level, then what would happen is our conversation would no longer be on building skills. Our conversation would no longer be on handling specific emotion, but our conversation would be more into the nature of what is satisfaction, what is dissatisfaction, what exactly it means in his life, and where does it come to him, and how he can work on it. So by doing so, a complete transformation happens to him at a physical level, which will reflect as his behavior in the external world. At his emotional level, which will reflect with healthy relationships in the external world. And at a mental level, which will reflect as fresh ideas, new ideas about going ahead with his dream and achieving much more. This is what is total transformation, which means he gets to uncover what is his highest potential and transform into it. That is when he gets to achieve more than what he has even dreamt of in his life. So when I work with Shaker, You know what happened? It was an amazing moment in the last session that I worked with him. When he came to the session, he was actually without a mustache, and I was so surprised to see him that way. And I asked him, "What is this about?" And he said that all his life he had apprehensions about removing his mustache because he was apprehensive about how people would receive him. Right? He said that it's fine that I'm doing it for myself. As well as he said that his external world, especially at a professional level, has changed and he is able to table his thoughts across to his boss as well as to his team effectively. And he said that his relationship with his wife has become better and also with other people in his environment. Also, he is someone who aspired to become a TEDx speaker, and he has enrolled in a smaller platform. Though he is enrolled and would be present every Sunday in that program, but he has never gone on stage to speak. And he said that he did it last week before he met me for the final session. The ultimate moment of this life coaching, he said, was the hug he received from his son after he bought a bicycle. He felt that this hug is not only for the bicycle that he has got, but for the quality time that he started spending with his son. And it also communicated how much his son has missed him because he was so much occupied professionally. Right? Choose to work with yourself. Choose to realize your highest potential. Choose to work with a life coach who can help you to transform into your highest potential. Thank you very much